You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we got a couple of things involving Caitlin Clark. Maybe the joke of the century in the WNBA, and I guess proving all of us wrong. There is a sense of humor in the WNBA, and of course, Caitlin Clark would be the one that would bring it to us. I mean, we didn't know there was this kind of banter in the WNBA, shockingly, and it was hilarious, no doubt about it. We'll take a listen from this presser where time stopped and everybody got a good laugh. And, you know, I always talk about, and you guys heard me talk about the fact that I think one of the reasons that the WNBA has been so unpopular over time is so many of their activist basketball players act like they're mad at the world all the time, right? Megan Rapinoe, the U.S. and the women's national team, she acted like she was mad at the world all the time and everybody was out to get her. And that came across on the screen and nobody liked it. Never mind the activist stuff. She was just unlikable. It's this kind of thing that makes fans relate to actual sports players and sports figures, and it's funny. Before we jump into that, we got podcaster Joe Budden, who also used to be a rapper, or is still a rapper, making some comments about the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark race. And I got to tell you, he makes some very smart comments. And, you know, he draws a line here, and he talks about the fact, you know, Dennis Rodman was a great rebounder. He was an elite rebounder. Now, I would argue Dennis was one of the best defensive players I ever saw, too. But we never compared Michael Jordan to Dennis Rodman. That wasn't a thing, ever. They weren't mentioned in the same breath, unless you were talking about the Chicago Bulls as a whole and as a team. But there wasn't a comparison there, right? And it's strange that that's exactly what we've done with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark more specifically, and I think some of it comes from the college thing, but also the media trying to work it up as being some kind of close statistical and talent relationship there. And it's like, no, can't you blatantly tell one player is a great all-around player and the other one's an elite rebounder? That's where it begins and ends. The other thing that shocked me is Joe Budden is actually 6 years younger than me and looks like he's 6 years older than me. I'm like, wow, okay. Damn, dude. Seriously? Anyway, that's just a side note, but I was like, Jesus. Joe Budden, I looked up his age expecting him to be like 55, and he's 43. I'm like, wait a minute, you're younger than I am. Jesus. Okay. So anyway, check this out, guys. He's not wrong here.
All right, what I'm saying to you is this. I have seen footage of Caitlin Clark now, and I have seen footage of Angel Reese. I'm as pro-black as all the pro-black people. I'm as pro-black as Lisa Bloom. I'm telling y'all, and I'm not trying to cause a kerfuffle, Joe. Caitlin Clark is a hell of a lot better than Angel Reese.
Hey, Joe. As far as what
Some
things just
as
don't
far
have to be said.
as anything you want to say
About a basketball.
that involves
Except rebounding.
around basketball.
Except rebounding.
And in no world did they ever compare Dennis Rodman rebounding ass with Jordan. They never did that. Nobody ever said Ben Wallace could give Michael Jordan a run for his money. Hey, she grabbing all the boards in the world. Hey, the double-double princess, whatever she got. And she got a podcast now, and she got a Reese's Pieces deal.
That's right.
I'm telling y'all that Caitlin Clark, if we're talking about a basketball, she had enough of you Olympic hoes. She has been on an absolute warpath since y'all left her off the Olympics.
What?
And I'm not going to just ignore it because she's white.
Perfect. I mean, look, if you're going by the comparison, there's every statistical category that she has an advantage in. All right? And for the record, it doesn't matter if the Chicago Sky beats the shit out of the Fever tomorrow night. That doesn't matter. That's not changing all of this other stuff down here where there's a clear dominance to her game. And look, you just have to watch the games. If you're not paying, just watch the games. And we can tell it's not close. It's not, I mean, seriously, what are we even talking about? I don't get it. I don't understand why. And on top of it, for it to be some kind of strange controversy, stop it. What are we doing? It's that whole you can't see me thing. It's the whole college thing, I guess, that gave the media what they felt like could be this rivalry sort of venom, right? This elixir to create a rivalry and try to run with it. But it just doesn't make any sense. But it's going to be a rivalry nonetheless. It is a rivalry, okay? And whether we like it or not, it's there now. And things like laughing and cheering up Kennedy Carter, nearly knocking Caitlin Clark's head off, that's part of what created a rivalry here too. The bad guy persona. No, you're cheering on somebody getting the crap beat out of them on the court. Yeah, that created some issues. It did. So, Caitlin Clark and balls, right? Man, one of my favorite shows is The Goldbergs, which is like a trip down memory lane for me because I'm a kid of the, late 70s and through the 80s. And Adam Goldberg, who it's a real-life story of him growing up, he always says, oh, balls. He says that a lot during this show. Well, Lexie Hull decided to talk about balls, and unintentionally, but Caitlin Clark said, oh, I'm not letting that pass because that's funny. And it was funny. We got to take a look at this. This is hilarious. It really is, and it makes you go, wow, there's actual personality in the WNBA, which is, I know, shocking, but this is fun. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell can't even hold it together. It's hilarious.
Get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of that. Caitlin? Yeah. We done. Oh, Lex. It was soon. Get my hands on as many balls as I could, and take advantage of that. Caitlin? Yeah. We done. Oh, Lex. It was soon.
I mean, who the hell doesn't like a good balls joke? All right? Yeah, we're all a bunch of dumbass junior high folks laughing at a totally, it's funny. It is hilarious. And it's like, oh my God, there's the one thing we didn't know happened in the WNBA, which is actual personality and humor. Some of these people aren't actually mad at the world. And it's pretty wild. It's like, wow, I didn't know this was happening. I can't stop laughing. A lot of this made me think of Amber. Oh, a Clueless joke. My plastic surgeon doesn't want me doing any activity where balls fly at my nose. And she said, well, there goes your social life. Still one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Seriously. I don't give a shit. Clueless is funny. That's hilarious. I like how much they're having fun and laughing. This might be my favorite WNBA moment ever. And much like me, I don't have many WNBA moments, but I get the person's point. Some people are saying, hey, I love real women. Funny. At least the white girl likes dudes. I hope she succeeds with her venture. Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. It was hilarious. This moment from Caitlin Clark is actually went viral now. And a lot of people are talking about this morning. And the joke and her not being able to hold it in. And it's just funny. Just a couple of, I mean, it's not Hawk Tui kind of shit. But it was hilarious, seriously. It's like, wow. There is personality in the WNBA. They're not continuously mad at the world. They don't hate all men. How about that? They're not all a bunch of activists. from the tambourine playing community, the rainbow community. No, we're telling actual funny jokes and people are actually laughing, which doesn't happen these days. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.